Okay, this is my final inventory of the season on my dragon fruit patch log. So I did this before. This is why inventory how many fruits are left or buds or anything like that on my entire patch here. So first of all, so this is all divided by pots, like pot 1, and then there's a Cosmic Charlie, there's 2 Black Dragon plants, and then there's a Vietnamese white on here. So right now I'm counting, so there's 2 Black Dragons left on here. Now this is not good because it's end of the season. It's October 30th over here. See, October 30th. So this is the very last season, and if the fruits are still on here, that means they're not gonna really do that much. So I have a Vietnamese white. I have quite a few. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 Vietnamese whites that are here, and out of those, one of them is kind of I put a little note right here that's still green. So I don't think that one is gonna ripe like this one right here. I mean, how is this gonna become ripe, right? It's end of October now, and then it's like in the 40 degrees at night. So I don't know what's gonna happen to that one. So here I have one purple haze, and that's my second one now. So I have one. So I'm and this is a good size. So this one I'm probably gonna either harvest tomorrow. So I need to pick out what day of this week I'm gonna do it, because it's so big. So I really be in the mood to eat it, right? I don't want to cut it open and then save it for another night. So this whole entire plant, whole pot here, there's only that one dragon fruit. Now comes the one that I kind of breaking my heart. All these green ones that we see here, these are all the light. They are late in the season, so there's quite a few of them. So there's 1 on top, 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 green delights. That's a lot. 6 green ones. So they all came around the same time of the season, because they are so green right now. I don't know if they're ever gonna turn ripen this year. So the only thing I can hope for is that it stays green for the rest of the year, and then it come back out in next March and pick up where it stopped, and then hopefully it ripens then. If it turns red anytime now, that means this is the size that's gonna stay. That's kind of small, right? And then here I have 2 Shanas. See right here. So that's 2 of them. I'm gonna put those on here. So 2 Shanas. So that's my inventory right here. And over here, I have a few. I have a Halley's Comet, one on top. I have a Halley's Comet one over here that's ripening. I have this little Halley's Comet that's still a bud. Well, it's a fruit. So there are 3 Halley's Comets on here. Okay, I'm gonna come around here. So there are 2 planters that's kind of new, so I did not have any fruits, so I'm not gonna even talk about that one. So let me come around here, go back to the front. This is how I number my my pots. Now we come down to this pot, which is an American Beauty. There's one right here, so it's ripening, but it's late in the season, so I'm gonna put them on here. I'm tracking all this so I know about next year. When I track in October again, I'll know how many fruits I have. The goal is to not have so many this late in the season, right? Because they're not the ideal sweetness and all. And then over here, the next pot, I have a Vietnamese white. Down here, that's ripening. So that's the Vietnamese white. The rest of the pot is American Beauty, which has no more fruit. So only one. Now here's the other one that I've been having fruit all year long, and this is my Robles Red. In the beginning of the year, I wasn't sure what it was until I finally found it. It was given to me by friends. I've been calling it Elite, but this is actually Robles Red. So there are 3 ripened ones. They're still kind of pink, so I'm just gonna wait a couple of days. But then there are a lot of green ones, right? So let's count the red ones first. So there's 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to count the green. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I got 9 fruits here. Robust red. 9, but then only 3 red, right? So rest of them are all green. So like the other fruits and like the light, what's gonna happen to them the rest of this year? Is it gonna turn red or not? I don't want them to turn red anymore because they're so tiny. I want them to carry over to next year and regrow again. But I don't know. That's what dragon fruits do. They probably don't do that. They may just go bad and that's it for this year, right? And then there's nothing in this one. So in my final one, I have one Vietnamese white, which is very green. This one right here, which is not good either, right? It's not growing anymore. It's kind of stopped. So this is my last one. So if I add them all up over here, I have a little bit over, I have just like 31 fruit. And I kind of did the math earlier, and half of them are still green. So not very good, right? So I don't know what happens to the rest of the 15, the ones that are still green, right? Oh, I have I forgot to count this one here. So I do have a dark star, and this is in my Halley's Comet, only one, so that's good. Yeah, so this one's kind of cracking, which is good. That means this is still ripening and it's cold, that's why it's cracking. So I'll probably harvest this one next week. There's still kind of a lot of green on here, so I don't want to harvest too early. But I know this is it's in cold season, so it's not really absorbing any more nutrients from here. So even though this is still kind of stiff, that means it's connected very hard to connected very strong to the branch here, but I don't think it's drawing any more nutrients from this branch into here at this time. So right now it's just ripening in the spot, kind of like shelf ripening, if you want to call it like that. So it's not at the best possible sweetness when I harvest it. So I guess I'll take whatever I can. Well, this is my last inventory.